Hey there and welcome to Storytime. So in this week's episode we are going to talk about my own broken heart, or the story of how a girl broke my heart basically. I hope you couldn't hear that, my finger cracked, whatever. So yeah, we're talking about the story how a girl broke my heart. This happened, oh my god, I think 10 years ago, maybe somewhere around that corner of time. And it was the first time that a girl broke my heart. I got my heart broken for two or three more times, but this was the first time a girl broke my heart, and I think it was I don't know, the worst time ever that my heart got broken. It was just like, let's get on with the story. So when we met, she didn't live close by. She lived around, I think, 200 kilometers away from me. So that was a long distance relationship in the beginning. But, she was instantly such a perfect match for me. It was like we could finish each other's sentences and we could talk for hours. I think I once called her for 6 hours. It was amazing. It was so easy to talk to her. She was intelligent. She was beautiful. Yeah, she was a great girl, a great woman, whatever you might call it in that age. And the sex was incredible. There's no other way to describe that. The things she could do in bed, they were, yeah, but let's not go there. This is not about incredible sex, even though we had incredible sex, and I just want to point that out. So all in all, it was just an amazing relationship, and we it just worked. We clicked. It was perfect together. So we spent a lot of time together. I visited her as often as I could, and she visited me as often as she could. So we saw each other on a pretty regular basis, of course. It was hard throughout the week, but we used the telephone, and we used, I think it wasn't Skype. I think there was something else like the Microsoft Network Manager or Messenger or however that was called. It wasn't Skype back at that time, I guess, but whatever. So we could talk all the time basically, and we did it. And whenever I had to leave the house, we would maybe talk on the phone, or we would send SMS and stuff like that. We were just talking all the time, and it was so amazing. And the relationship lasted for 6 months, and I know it isn't very long, but it was my longest relationship at that time, I think. Yeah, it was. It was definitely my longest relationship at that time. And it was just awesome. And for me, it kind of, I don't know if you can understand that, but for me, she was kind of the girl that I would have loved to marry. And even now, after all those years, after 10 years, if she stood in front of my door and if she was still the same person, or basically the same person she was back then, I think I would actually take her back, or she would have to take me back, whatever you call it. But yeah, I would definitely take that girl back, because it was such an amazing time we had. And now you might wonder, why the hell did you guys break up if it worked so well? Yeah, and there was a simple reason for that. Her family decided to move away, and to move away very, very far. She wasn't, originally from Germany. She was from, how's that country called? From Croatia? I have no idea how to call it in English, but I just hope it's Croatia. And if it is not, just look up Croatian. I have no idea what the English word for it, but I think it's Croatia. So yeah, she was from there originally, and her family decided to move back. I think they had some kind of civil war back then that ended. I have no idea. I can't remember what the reason was, but yeah, as a matter of fact, they decided to move back. So yeah, we thought about, I don't know, maybe that she stayed in Germany alone, or that, I even thought about going with her, but that was totally pointless. I don't even speak the language, and it's, I didn't know anyone there, and I didn't have any kind of qualification that could help me there, so it was just ridiculous. So there was no way that I could move with her. And she just said that she didn't want to be apart from her family, so she would definitely move. So we thought about a long distance relationship, but we wouldn't be able to see us that often. We could have seen us maybe once a year or twice a year. It's expensive to fly over there. And I didn't have a driver's license at the time, she didn't. So yeah, it was basically impossible to retain that relationship. So we decided it's the best to go on separate ways. And That decision hurt so damn much, you can't even imagine how much that hurt. And you know, I wasn't crying or something like that, but I was damn close to tears. I'm not the kind of guy that cries, that's why, not because I don't consider it manly, but I just don't cry. So whatever. So I really hated myself, and I really hated Croatia back at that time. I hated her family for, you know, tearing us apart basically. And you know, as I said, if I could take her back, I would. It was amazing, and we didn't. I think we only talked 1 or 2 times after that, but we just decided to break up the contact completely just to make it more easy. But I still think about her sometimes, you know, whenever I'm really sad or something like that. I just think about her, and I think that she would have the right words to cheer me up. She just was that kind of person, you know. She was the kind of person that when she entered the room, you had to smile. There was no other thing to do. You had to smile. That was just the kind of personality she had, and the kind of aura she had. You know, everyone was like that. Whenever she entered the room, everyone just started smiling and was happy. She could brighten up a whole day. It was, yeah, I don't know if you ever met such a person, but they are rare, and I would really love to meet someone like that again. But whatever. So that was story time for this week. I hope you enjoyed the story of my broken heart. If you did so, let me know with a like and a comment. And as I said, maybe suggest other topics. And that was it. I'm iLostLink, signing out.